record. Oh, yeah. Real talk with real deal. We're back again. Hernan, my man in the house.
Yes, sir.
I would ask him how he's doing, but I know how he's doing. I've been with him all day. Tell us what we've been doing, Hernan.
All day, man. We've been doing some crazy things today, especially on that Ram that we just filmed on, that 2022 custom Ram 2500 with the Cummins engine. Spectacular. And then we worked on that Indoraptor that customer brought it to us. They sent it over to us, and we completely redesigned it for him.
Nasty.
Tremendous.
Just nasty. Y'all see I got my Raptor gear on and my Elite. Oh, should I show them?
I think you should.
Oh.
You should. Show them the J's.
Oh.
Clean, fresh.
I got them creased a little bit though. I done made a little foul, but had to do it for all the followers. Had to do it for them.
Got to. The heat.
Had to bring the heat. Couldn't not come correct on that special antimatter. That's unbelievable.
Oh my gosh, beautiful color, especially when the sun hits it, just shines.
Yep.
Spectacular.
So they've hopefully seen you on camera with me before, but tell everybody what you do with us and what you got going on with us.
Well, I work, of course, in sales here. I've been doing the car business, in the car business for 4 years now. I came from the Athens area, then I bought a house in Winder, and of course, I had to come to the freaking, the heat, the best, the one and only Akins Ford, and here I am today, working here in sales department. I've been working with a lot of people here and making some cool projects with the real deal Neal. So it's all overall, it's been awesome, man.
You're already having some success with us,
yes.
Because of you're working hard, you're grinding every day.
Very much.
You grind hard, you're going to be successful.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So also, you've already had some really good wins here. Talk to your Hispanic community what in Espanol, or just let them know kind of what we got going on in this podcast.
So I have a huge Hispanic clientele. Tengo bastantes clientes que me buscan a mí. Realmente me conocen como el galán de Akins. They call me. That's what they call me now.
What? Now translate.
El galán de Akins means basically the man, basically the man to go to, the butler, the man that'll take care of you, service you.
Good.
He'll basically facilitate you completely and make sure you're well taken care of.
Good. Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. So, a la gente que me está buscando a mí, el galán de Akins, me pueden buscar aquí en Winder, Georgia, aquí en Akins Ford, Dodge, Jeep, Ram y Chrysler. Aquí estoy para servirlos. Hoy vamos a hablar de diferentes temas. Ustedes pueden buscarme a mí personalmente para que les dé una información de lo que vamos a hablar hoy.
Perfect. Love it. And yo habla poquito español, but necesito tú para todos, because it's just there's a great, all of the Hispanic customers that I've ever dealt with have all been phenomenal. I mean, they've all have been excellent. And I want to start this off, I guess, first and foremost, of a huge win for Willies and yourself and for me and the dealership, and doing $103,000 race red F-150 XLT red line covert edition. That there's a lot of doubters out there on that one, and my man, please just tell everybody how that went down, how you essentially just did a phenomenal job of education with the customer. Tell us about that.
Well, first, this particular customer, I don't want to just throw out his name out there, but he was having some issues with another dealership up in the Metro Atlanta area. And he had reached out to me initially that he was having some problems with the dealership where he couldn't get service correctly, of course. And what I did immediately is, of course, I reached out to service. I got one of our best guys on him to contact him and get his vehicle here into service. And he brought it over. Well, while he's getting it serviced, he comes in here one day, he calls me over, and I see him in the showroom floor, and we're walking around, drinking a cup of coffee. And then he's with his wife, and he's like, oh my gosh, are they going to take care of me and everything? And I was like, don't worry, you're here at the biggest Ford dealership, in the state of Georgia. Of course, we're going to take care of you. We're going to make sure you're well taken care of. And we're walking down in the huge place that we have here, and we run into this beautiful red truck, of course, that we built, the XLT Covert Edition Redline, something that no one has ever seen. It's a one-of-one, completely redesigned from us, from bumper to bumper, completely done. And he's looking at it, and he's asking all these questions on it, and I'm answering them from him. And he's asking me, he just looks at me, hey, Hernan, I really want this. And I'm like, well, you could take it right now. And he's like, are you for real? I was like, yeah, of course you can. I mean, I'll go. If you want to trade in your truck, I'll go ahead and get it appraised, and we can go do it right now. Well, his wife was so in love with the interior completely, with the red stitching and the diamond, like the stuff that you see in Lamborghinis. That's how she put it. And I was like, yeah, for sure, we can definitely take care of you, you know. And we did the whole process, and before you know it, he was happy and driving away in a brand new truck.
That was truly special, and that was the absolute perfect vehicle for that family. I mean, everything about that, he wanted a one-of-one truck. The only thing that would have enticed him enough would have been something that was one of one. Mm-hmm. And I guess the only thing that he had to complain about the whole time was he's like, why didn't you put an audio system in it? I was like, well, I normally do, but I was trying to keep it under $100,000. Couldn't do it. But it's like, we're not going to sacrifice, you know, a particular component or thing that we know that the truck needs and deserves for sake of, oh, we got to stay under 99 or we got to stay under 68 or whatever. It needs to be built how it needs to be built, and the price is going to be, I mean, the truck should be $45,000 like it was 10 years ago. Correct. We cannot help that, unfortunately, but all we can do is continue to put quality components and make them so unique, not what the masses can obtain, something that's truly unique to that individual. And they really that hit them hard because we gave them the certificate, mm-hmm. and just them knowing that this was the only truck in America like this was really just a soft spot to them.
Yeah, no, he enjoyed it very much. He gave me a good survey. He gave the dealership a good survey, and he's been promoting of us, of course. And he really enjoyed it because ultimately he just wanted something totally special. He saw value within our builds. You know, and that time we had the blue Raptor in the showroom floor as well. And, you know, that went away. That was $140,000 Raptor. Yep. And, you know, he saw the value. These vehicles are one of one for a particular reason. The value is there. No one else is going to have this. This isn't something you can typically go to your local dealership and find. The price is there. You're getting what you pay for.
Absolutely. Yeah, that 100%. And just the rarity of it is really what makes that so special. And I'm just so proud of what we're building and what we're doing here. But that was a phenomenal job by you of just being a quality salesperson and just educating them and taking them through the process and really wants and needs assessment and making sure that they were really getting what they truly needed and were looking for. And they'll be great clients for you for many years to come.
Very, very much so. Yeah, he has me on speed dial. He calls me like almost every other day. He's like, hey, What does this button do? I was like, you can call me anytime. I'm like, gosh, he's calling me all the time.
And by the way, we did do the audio, right? We did the audio after the fact. So he got his audio. So really he had a $107,000 truck.
Really? Yeah. Pretty much so. He enjoys that audio. Like, it's phenomenal. Phenomenal. Way better than the stock. It's really good.
Absolutely.
10 out of 10.
So I guess today being the 28th of September, we had the huge Super Duty reveal yesterday. We've already discussed the Mustang reveal. So, they call you. What do they call you about the Maverick?
Oh gosh, the Maverick, man. After ordering so many Mavericks.
Yeah. How long have you been here total?
About 3 months now. Yeah.
So just 3 months. So you've already made an impact and impression. You're doing things that others aren't willing to do that sell here. You're trying to separate yourself. You're trying to reach a certain segment of customers, plus just try to take advantage of maximizing your efforts, which I see and appreciate. So that's good. But in a short time here, what do you see about Akins Ford that's just different? What's your assessment so far?
I think the biggest thing is as soon as you see Akins Ford, you see the size. It's the first thing that speaks to you, the size of this place, how big it is and how far it's come, the inventory and the people, the service. That's another thing. Walk in the door, you're greeted with joy instead of, in other places where it's completely different. Here you walk in, you have a huge lounge, you have salespeople that greet you, you have a good introduction to the place. And I think that's what lacks a lot. The differences in other places.
Right.
And that's just the quality here is just phenomenal.
If your core value is customer first, taking care of the customer, making sure that every aspect of the experience is second to none, and it trickles down. Mr. Brad Akins, phenomenal guy. I mean, how great is he? Could go on for that. Got to get him in here on a podcast soon for sure. Yeah. But just his philosophy and from his father down to him now, and just being there and reiterating that day after day, but being consistent is really, set the stage for a historic dealership. That's really the place to be. And like with the just the feeling, the atmosphere, the vibe here is just different, and the sales experience is different. Of course, our accessory experience is totally different too. So it's really a total package across the entire country, not just in Georgia, not just in North Georgia, but across the entire country. This is kind of the mecca.
Yeah. No, the sales experience is totally different. Heck, it got me into the car business 4 years ago.
Let's hear about it.
Yeah, 4 years ago, I walked in here. I was walking on the lot, and I ran into Steve Satterfield. He's, retiring at the end of this year. A great salesperson. I was looking for a Ford Mustang GT, and I ran into him, and he was like, "Hey, that's a nice Mustang." And I was like, "Yes, it is. Yes, it is." I'm over there excited and everything. I'm like, "Man, I love that color," because that was the last year they did the Ruby Red GT Mustang.
Yep.
And I had just graduated. I was going into college, and I wanted a vehicle for myself. It was my gift to myself, and I fell in love with that vehicle, and I went through the process here and buying it, and before you know it, I was driving home with it, and I fell in love with the process. I was going to school for, accounting and finance, which I still got my, 2-year degree and my associates. And even then, as I was going to college, I got into the car business.
There you go.
He brought me into the car business. The introduction to the sales process, the road to the sale was phenomenal from here. So what I was like, well, I live in Athens. I couldn't drive all the way over here, and I got into the car business, started, working at my local dealership. Before I know it, years went by, and then I bought a house in the area and then transferred over here because ultimately my dream place to work was here at Akins Ford.
Definitely.
Phenomenal.
No doubt. And there's, I'm the same way. I was in college, and I would find myself going by Athens Chevrolet when it was at its older location. I would go by there when I was in school and just look. I was always drawn to automobiles. I was always passionate about vehicles, and I was like, man, I could do really good at this. I would. But then you get that mentality of, man, you hear the negative aspects from bad experiences from other people, other dealerships necessarily, or you just hear that kind of, nobody's going to really be vocal about a positive experience, but you're always going to hear the negative, I guess. So I guess the mentality of a person in the car industry, across the board may not be, I guess what I'm trying to say, Hernan, is if you had to level what your top 10 things that you want to do in a day's time are, I guess going to the dentist and going to the dealership are going to be low on the list, right? Mm-hmm. But this place here, like, I'm fired up coming here every day. And if you're bought a vehicle here before, you're not like dreading it at all. It's a great experience. So we're really changing the game. But I was always drawn to, the automobile industry at a young age. And then I've learned now that sales and marketing skills are, if you can master those two skills, you've got unlimited potential. I mean, if you're a doctor and you're making $400,000, you're probably gonna be making $400,000 for a long time. But in sales, and let me say this too: if you're a doctor, you're still in sales to an extent, and you still need to be a good marketer to market yourself and your skills and so forth. So no matter what you do in life, you're going to be using sales and marketing to an extent. It's just how much. Right. But we're very fortunate in what we do to where that is a huge determining factor. How well you can market and be have good sales skills is going to really determine how well you're going to be able to take care of the customer or educate them on what you have, which you're doing a good job of.
No, yeah, exactly. I mean, I tell everybody it's ultimately what you know and what you can demonstrate. I mean, taking care of the customer is probably the most important thing. I tell a lot of people that sit in my office, it's like if the tables were switched and we switched chairs, I would want to treat you the way you treated me, through the process. I want to make sure you feel at home, taken care of. You tell me what you need, and I'll make sure I can get it done as much as I can.
Definitely. Yes, absolutely right. I also think that from a sales standpoint, you do a great job at it. You're a lot like me in that you said you were up studying the Super Duty.
Yeah.
Me too, dude. But that's good. You wanna be elite in your knowledge of what you're selling. But my personal interpretation is it's good to know the product, but it's even better to know the customer. If you can know who you're selling to, if you can build that relationship with each customer, if you can know what their hot buttons are, know what their interests and wants and needs more specifically, then you really can learn and know what's best for that customer. Ultimately, that's taking care of the customer. We say that all the time, and it's true, but how are you really taking care of the customer? Are you doing the basics in the sales process? Are you really listening to them and trying to find exactly what is perfect for their wants and their needs.
Yeah, you got to go above and beyond.
Yes.
I mean, even for me, taking care of the customer, yeah, you can do the basics if you want. But for me, I've gone out and delivered cars anywhere. I've gone to Alabama. The furthest I think I've gone, is when I first started in the car business. I didn't know that, you can get a driver, and get it delivered or anything like that. I went personally to myself to like Albany, Alabama or something like that, and I got lost. I didn't know what I was doing, but I facilitated the deal, took care of the customer. They were like excited, delivered the vehicle, got the paperwork, came back,
Perfect.
It was a great experience overall, especially, out of state, anybody within state and out of state, ultimately want to take care of them.
Definitely. Absolutely. So, yeah, great there. Summary of that, y'all, is just we strive to be excellent. That's what it's all about.
Yep. 100%.
Going back to the 23 Super Duty, check out on the screen here just some initial shots and thoughts. What was your initial thoughts when you first saw and heard the reveal last night?
When I first saw the reveal last night, I was like, "Holy cow!" They redesigned the Super Duty because they had done a refresh of the interior where they just made the screen bigger and made it look nice. The complete redesign for this year is phenomenal. I think this is the step in the right direction. It's truly a masterpiece because they went all out this time, completely all out.
A lot more modern rendition as far as the inside. With the 12-inch screen was kind of like a tease last year.
Yeah.
It was a tease for the 22, and really just brought it all together with a lot of new differences on the inside. The gauge cluster in the center stack, the 12-inch touchscreen, the new interior design cues, the way the cup holders are laid out, just every little detail, the heads-up display.
Yeah, that is the biggest thing I'm excited for. Finally, Ford brought the heads-up display. You know how many people have been asking about that?
Yeah,
when are they coming out with a heads-up display?
That's overdue. That's overdue. So I see a lot of similarities on the inside compared to the F1, the 14th gen F-150, but then they did a few things to make it a separator to be slightly different, which I can appreciate. Even like this flip-down third seat, the 80-20 or the 40-20-40 front seat with the flip down third seat, even has a little workstation that slides to you, so you've got that access there. So they really have done a good job always of listening to their consumers and really what their needs are. See, they still got the column shifter, no console shifter, because so many of the people that buy these trucks need all the space in that center stack for the console area that they can have. And this is the first time I've actually looked at the colors, Hernan. So we got race red, which I love race red.
Oh, God, I love it.
Mr. Brad Akins loves race red.
Yeah.
My kind of guy. We got Oxford white, tried and true classy.
Beautiful.
Yep. Iconic silver. I love a silver. Silver looks great. The rapid red metallic replaced your ruby red. Very similar in color. If you see up here, the F450 Reserve done up in the rapid red too.
It looks good.
A diamond. Star white. Still here, still tried and true, tri-coat metallic, stone gray. So that's typically when you see like a black over gold or the white over gold, that's your stone gray right there. A gate black still here, antimatter blue still here. Then just
the sign when it hits that.
I mean, just a highly underrated color, carbonized gray, and then the only new color, the azure gray metallic.
Man,
so
that color, when they brought it to the F-150 lineup, looks phenomenal.
Yes.
A lot of people have been missing out on that color. That color looks really good. It's different. It's totally different.
Right.
So like no one has that.
Yeah, it kind of in between the Area 51, and then it's going to be slightly lighter than the Area 51 and the Raptor R. We're getting a few of those. Then it's Hitchcock's getting a Raptor R in the Azure. So that's a really good-looking color. Saw it on the Limited yesterday with that seafoam green color on the inside. Really was a beautiful rendition. They've got a lot of different grill options too. There's 16 different grills to choose from. You got an STX package now, black appearance package, trimmer off-road package, and an off-road package as well. There's a good look at that sport package. Wow. I love that honeycomb grill on the Super Duty is going to be amazing. Black accents. Again, they're just listening to the customers. And I don't know which grill I like the best, but also take note of how those grill bars go into the headlights. Yeah. I mean, imagine maybe say a race red with that grill done in red to where you got red going into the headlight, a red line. I mean, dude, or a black red line.
You do a covert edition.
A covert, dude. I'm just telling you, y'all. Like, I'm just telling you, they keep coming out with these bad to the bone truck renditions. This is now the 6th generation of the Super Duty. So amazing. The trimmer's still sticking around too. Lift, different axles as well. There's a good look at the STX. Sport. Yeah. Side heat extractors are,
look at that,
a lot. They're huge.
Huge. Way bigger. You got more airflow now.
And I just feel like they saw what we've been doing with our custom paint work, and they're like, we're going to give Real Deal and those boys over there a lot of real estate. A lot more real estate on the side heat extractor to make it legit. Let's talk about engines. What can you tell us about engine choices?
So they still have the 6.2 gas. You still don't have your 2 gas. Your major 6.2, 7.3, and of course your phenomenal 6.7. Power boost. No, excuse me, not the power boost. The diesel engine.
And and actually the 6.2 is now going to be a 6.8.
Yeah,
I was reading
6.8. Yeah, actually, it's a 6.8. Yeah.
Yep. And then the 7.3 Godzilla. Right. The tried and true Power Stroke. So we just reviewed a Ram 2500 that's got 410 horsepower and 850 on the torque, which is impressive. But we're at 495 and 1,050 respectively on the Super Duty. So we know that high output. We don't know what the numbers are yet, but it's going to be, we and you both think over 500.
I think it's personally going to be over 500 easily.
It's got to be.
It's got to be, and it's going to probably have a little bit more torque on it, on that 6.7 high output version of the Power Stroke. It's going to be nice because I was reading, and there's supposed to be bigger, different turbos. They're not the same turbos on the 6.7 right now. They're going to be bigger turbos, and it's going to produce a lot more power to it.
Definitely. So we're ready to see what those numbers are going to actually be. You can see here too the platinum rear applique and the King Ranch is slightly changed.
Look at that. They put the lights in right next to the back headlights, the red ones. You see those little LED ones right there?
Oh yeah. Just doing very ingenuitive things. The rear tail lights are different, and like you said, the reverse is completely like the applique. So that's going to be special with doing our paint work on those tail lights and then running it through the applique too. Got lots of ideas on that one, y'all. You just got to stick around. We got lots of ideas on that. I do not like the Chevy copied step on the side here and in the bumper.
They copied that. Yeah.
They definitely copied it. I'm not so mad about the one in the bumper back there,
but the one in the middle.
The one on the middle to me just messes up the. I'm just being honest, y'all. Yeah. The one on the side to me, it reminds me too much of the GMC, which I'm not knocking the GMC, but to me it just messes the whole body line of the side of the truck up. But
I mean, it's helpful. I see why they put it in there, so easy access to get a little step bar. But I mean, they could have just done the automatic running board, and it comes out towards the back.
Make it longer, or make that. They make a side step, amp research step that tucks away, that flips down. I'd rather have that, but I'll probably look at painting, doing body color on that, do some body color paint to make it kind of blend in more.
No, definitely.
I think that would be definite. And of course, if people don't like this in the back, they could just go with an aftermarket bumper if they choose to.
I mean, a lot of people with the Super Duties, they like to put that, especially on the King Ranch, front and back.
Also now you flip the tailgate down. There's a camera on top of the tailgate. So when the tailgate's down and you're backing up to a fifth wheel, you have visibility there. I put a four-wheeler in the back of my truck and then back up, hook a trailer up. So I have the tailgate down when I'm hooking up. So that's going to even benefit me. And then the tailgate step now drops down even lower. It's 3 inches lower than the previous year. So our covert on 37s, we're going to have easier use for that. The big thing to me is the Power Pro on board, the 2 kilowatts of power. That's huge. Yeah. I mean, let's you're going to be out there using a saw or any type of device for the job and have a generator out there when you just got it all built into one package now. So just again a great job.
Power goes out, you'll be able to power yourself out.
You got it all right there. So that's going to be a true separator. What else spec wise? Again, they haven't really let us know a lot of information yet, but there's the 6.8 liter and the 7.3, and you got your horsepower and torque numbers across the board are to be determined. So I'm excited to see what those numbers actually play out to be, but definitely should be more than enough power as it already is. And the 7.3 Godzilla, we've customized several of those, and I was not a 6.2 liter fan. I just didn't think it was adequate power for that vehicle, and it was awful on gas.
Right.
These are all mated with a 10-speed automatic transmission.
Oh yeah, the 6.8 will definitely make a big difference.
It'll make a big difference, and the 7.3 will still be tried and true and strong, and the 6.7 too. So fuel capacity dimensions you see across the board, 34 gallon standard. There's going to be some 48 gallons optional, which is good. We need more fuel availability. Fuel tank increase will be a definite. We always like to upgrade those anyway.
Oh, definitely.
5G now too. So you got a AT&T 5G wireless network. It's a new thing that's going to be just legit. If you're working out of your vehicle, you're going to have access to 5G, in remote locations, which will be.
It'll work good with the heads-up display for sure.
Yeah,
that's going to be, that heads-up display is going to be phenomenal. I mean, look at how across the screen it goes.
Just safer. So listen to this too. I've been doing some research, and Ford's at the forefront of that. They're going to actually have some technology coming to you inside the headlight, to where your headlight is going to also be a projector. So as technology gets cross path detection, can sense maybe a pedestrian that's wanting a crosswalk. Well, now at nighttime, it's going coming down the road in a few years to where it can forecast and project a crosswalk path from the headlight onto the ground for somebody to walk through. And then think down the road too, they're saying that the headlight can project like your navigation instructions, like put a turn signal 1.2 miles on the actual road.
See, now that would be innovative.
That's coming. And Ford's at the forefront of that too. So heads-up display has been overdue. Got that finally. But look for new headlight technology from Ford, to where they're going to have information that's projected from the headlight onto the actual ground at nighttime. Wow. For where to turn, nav instructions, weather. I mean, just actual speed, all right there. So just technology is we live in a great day and age to where technology is really making things special. The new LED C-shaped headlight, daytime running light, to me is so bold. It's been enlarged to fit around the grille covering there.
It's a lot bigger.
I think it looks it's a lot bigger, and it magnifies. They put the Ford emblem up front. They made that a good bit bigger back in 2017, and I was like, man, that's huge. But then I got used to it, and it's like the same thing. Everything being oversized really benefits and aesthetically flows with the vehicle. But like that picture right there, y'all, I mean,
that's smooth.
That it looks good, but again, we need some covert edition action. We need covert. We need leveled on 35s, leveled on 37s.
Yeah.
We need something to. I mean, we're going to have a ball with these trucks, and the summary of this to me is it's just a phenomenal truck that had really not much going on with it that was incorrect or need to be improved on. They just improved on things that from customer feedback to make it next level. So it's next level already and going to be a staple for a long time. There's that picture right there of the.
Yep. That comes in handy, especially for construction workers, something that could slide in and out quick, easy for a laptop.
Yep. Even right here on the back side of the tailgate and near the bedside there, you got a nice little handle. There's your Power Pro on board, 5G. Look at that 450 right there, man.
Jeez, imagine the 450s we're going to be able to do.
Oh, my gosh.
I was telling you about the 4G auto wheels with the 450 right now. That would look so cool.
Even these rear hips in the back here look like they've been changed slightly too. But that truck just looks so bold. I see the valences on the front have been shortened a little bit, looks like, and especially on the off-road package and the trimmer they do. But, yeah, that's a good side shot right there.
Wow.
Of that stone gray 450.
No, definitely.
Beautiful.
The chrome stands out on that one.
Yep.
Oh, look at the interior.
Look at the interior right there. They got the B&O. They got the B&O Unleashed, so you can get the 625 watt B&O audio leased or the 1400 watt Unleashed. And that's just going to be, I can't wait to hear that.
That's going to sound good. I mean,
we like to change audio, but if it's B&O, it's debatable. But if it's not B&O, it's almost, you need to change it. You can change the audio.
Upgrade it completely.
Yes, if you like music. But look how beautiful that interior is right there.
Heck, look at that. They now have the 180 seats where they go all the way flat.
So supportive. Amazing. Twin pedal moonroof. I mean, if that's not the most gorgeous interior on the market right now, and for all the Chevrolet and GMC and Ram guys out there, we got the flat load seats too. If you're on the job site, need some sleep there. I mean, if you got 30 minutes and you can just recline back, get your little nap in, and get re-energized and rock with it. So it's going to be phenomenal. Tell us about what are you reading about ordering? When can we order one of these?
So Ford works in general works in mysterious ways. So there's no exact date, but the projected date is from what we've been hearing. If nothing changes, we were told it was going to be in October. We were wondering what day in October. Then they were like mid-October, and then we were like, well, what is it, the 15th, the 16th? Well, the projected date ended up being from the 17th to the 20th. And if it may be moved up a couple of days, but from our experience, and especially me, what I've been seeing is Ford is totally different right now. Ford is in order mode for these limited vehicles, because when the Maverick opened up, I was expecting it to be open up for a couple weeks, just like last year. Order banks open up, people contact me, we order the vehicles, good to go. We wait until it comes in. Well, the order banks for the Maverick was open for 4 days. 4 days.
How many did you order?
Me personally, I ordered 22. 22. Yeah.
There's a lot of people that had a lot of orders. You definitely rocked the orders on the Maverick right there.
Crushed it completely. I wasn't expecting to get that many. I was thinking maybe 8 or 9, maybe 10 at most. But man, 22 is outstanding. It just shows the demand in that particular vehicle. Now, the Super Duty is Ford's biggest, vehicle. This is the one that companies, private owners, regular customers want. This is going to be one of their biggest vehicles that they're going to sell out quick.
And already it's been at a deficit all year. Mm-hmm. People cannot get a Super Duty like they wanted to already. So it's going to be if it really is a 3-day order period, it's going to be chaotic.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. Yeah. I've had all years, people I have had to add to the list. And I'm like, I'll call you when the order banks open up. Look out for an email within like a couple of days when they order, because I'm going to have everything organized, because they're going to go by quick.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of people are still stuck in that this is going to be like last year. You can take your time. Well, you could take your time if you want, but your window is going to close, and you're not going to be able to get a Super Duty.
So for everyone listening, if you're interested in a Super Duty, just be in our back pocket, and hopefully we've been in contact with you if you reached out to us in the past, and we'll make sure we get you your order placed there, because it's going to be good. And the truck's there. It's all there. I love it.
Oh, it's money.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's legit. I still do not know if the suspension is unchanged, and I'm hoping we pretty much have expelled all of our lift kits that were a high dollar, like our Kelderman, so we're good on that. But I'm just interested to see and get my hands on the suspension components and see how similar they are. That they might be exactly the same.
I think it's probably going to be the same. There's no point in them changing it from what I've seen. I think the biggest change is just, of course, the real redesigns on the interior and exterior, and then, of course, the high output version of the diesel.
Yep, you can see in this photo here that everything around your 12-inch screen really looks very similar to the new F-150. New F-150 and Expedition. Just really that whole center portion right there too. So got your dual glove box, but just gorgeous.
Oh, it looks good. That's the Admiral blue interior.
Yes.
Yeah, that's in the limited. Yeah,
limited with the Alcantara suede headliner.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Yeah, that's very, very special.
A lot of people are gonna like that because that's totally different.
So it definitely gives us a great hope for the future, and we know that we love when we had 3,000 vehicles here. That's changed a little bit with production, trying just to keep up with production and demand. If the demand's not there, then we got a whole different set of problems. So the demand is definitely there.
Yeah.
For the consumers love Ford vehicles. I think we sell one of the greatest brands out there. The historic history that it obtains and pertains to, and then being a Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram dealership on top of that, really just is a true separator there. We're a superstore. We're a superstore with a super accessory store right next door too.
Like there's no limit on what we can do here.
Love it.
No limitation. That's what is the best part about here.
Love it. So we've hit on the Super Duty. We've hit on what took place today with our filming and the other sale. Anything else you want to discuss today?
Well, particularly, when are we going to do more Indoraptors? I'm excited about the Indoraptors. I know we got some more in, and we got some in the back pocket burning up.
Yeah. So, man, we've had some phenomenal stuff going on. We had a gentleman buy the black and gold one yesterday.
That was really nice.
It's going to Las Vegas. I'm going to connect with him when I go to SEMA this year.
Las Vegas. I'm going to Vegas in October for my birthday for a whole week, so hopefully I can see it over there.
Wouldn't it be awesome to see that thing rolling around?
I'll be like, we built that.
Yeah, and his company is it's just black and gold is his company logos and coloration. So that
was perfect. It was meant to be. I tell everybody, everything happens for a reason. And especially when they walk into my office, they see, walking by faith, my little sign that I have there. Because I truly believe anything can happen in today's world, and everything happens for a reason. You know, you run into somebody, you run into, you know, me, and I'm able to help you even better, right?
Absolutely.
It's awesome. I strongly believe that.
That's great. So, yeah, not just the Hispanic community, but anybody, if you're in the market, and like Hernan's vibe, I love his vibe, and truly a good person. So hit him up for all your vehicle needs here. And he's great to deal with on the accessory side, too. He gets the accessory side. Some salespeople in the industry just really don't care about accessories or get the accessory side. So it's refreshing. Got a lot of people here that are just like him in that they appreciate and understand the accessories are a big portion and part of the car industry now, because the customer vehicles are getting so expensive. It makes sense to want to make it the best experience it can be for you. You know,
no, for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So we've been blessed for a long time here, and what we got going on now is just the future is very, very bright. We got a lot of Indoraptors coming, y'all. A lot of Indoraptors. We have some F450s we're working on right now. We want to get back in the F-150 game more. Our covert inventory, as we start to acquire more of those, we're going to dive deep into those. We're going to lower another vehicle very, very soon too.
Yeah. So
we've got a lot going on, but that's every day, and that's what makes it so much fun. There's so much going on. It's just trying to maximize what you can get done in a day's time.
The clock rings in the morning, you wake up, you come to work, and it's nonstop all day. There's like no downtime. Yep. Phones are ringing, internet leads coming in. You know, it's nonstop here. A service department, they do like 1,000 cars a week or something like that.
They stay busy.
They stay busy. This place stays busy. It's truly the busiest and biggest Ford in the state of Georgia. I think it's one of the biggest in the southeast of America.
Yeah, first time I drove by and saw a dealership, it really, it commands your attention and respect. It's like, man, to be this big, something special is going on.
Yeah, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So I'm excited for what the future holds, especially for these vehicles that we're going to, especially the order banks on the 2023. I know this is going to be one of the biggest ones. I know a lot of people are looking forward to the Bronco as well, and that's up to come. I know that got pushed back, unfortunately, until November from what we've been hearing. But I know the Super Duty is going to be a big one for sure, and a lot of people are going to want to do some customization because, I mean, that's what it's all about.
That's right. Yeah. So ¿tú quieres un camioneta de blanco, de negro, de rojo? ¿Qué quieres? Habla con Hernan.
Sí, cualquier cosa que usted quiere, hábleme a mí. Me conocen como el galán de Akins. Aquí les puedo enseñar todos los sabores y colores que usted quiere. Si quiero tener un particular vehículo o si quiere un vehículo nuevo o usado que yo tengo aquí. Tenemos varias opciones. Ahorita mismo tenemos 565 carros en nuestro lote que les podemos enseñar. Usted llámeme a mí, el galán de Akins.
Órale.
I like that. There you go. A good outro like that.
Yeah.
Show them what it's about.
That's it. So thanks for listening today. This was 40 minutes, dude. 40 minutes.
Wow, it went by that
quick. These podcasts, I hope everyone that's tuning in is enjoying this first and foremost. Let me know in the comments, please, what your thoughts are, what we can do better. I'll be editing this one tonight, 2 or 3 o'clock, as long as I can stay up. Just keep grinding for you all, because there was a lot of people that are paying attention to what we're doing and like that, and this truly just helps us. I love sitting down with salespeople. I did Kenny Fletcher and Tommy yesterday as well, so just want to continue doing more podcasts, get more customers in here as well. So stay tuned for more podcasts with us, as well as our typical video reviews and other reviews and other insights from the automotive industry. So there's a lot of people that want to close the curtains on their dealership, and I'm just telling you that if you don't have a creator with your establishment, you're going to get lost pretty quickly. So from the dealership standpoint, from the automotive standpoint, if you're interested in seeing kind of what goes on at a dealership, watch our channel, watch what we got going on, because we're showing a little bit of everything. Yeah. And we'll take these podcast segments and we'll chop it up, make them into TikToks and whatnot, the high points from these meetings and discussions too. But just the dialogue that the podcast brings is phenomenal. We'll do some more call-ins with people. We'll get some nice customers in here. We had AJ Styles.
AJ Styles was in the house today.
Yes.
Superstar WWE.
WWE. Like, yeah.
That was awesome, right? He just came in here.
Yes.
He pulled up in his 2022 Corvette.
He pulled up in a red Corvette that I think my heart skipped a beat. It was unbelievable. Like, if I was going to, that was like, man, I hope whoever this is that they're trading it in, because this thing
is awesome.
Bad.
Yeah, it sounded amazing too when he pulled out.
So we can't wait to hopefully get him in an Indoraptor too.
Yeah, I'm sure he's looking forward to that. He'll definitely like that. I mean, he saw the one in the show
I
before.
know.
Imagine. Like,
what's even crazier is that his kids go to North Hall. He's got a 10th grader and an 11th grader, and one of them plays football. And they're playing my son's team, Northwood County, tomorrow night.
Wow.
So he's gonna be there. So I'm gonna go look him up. You know.
See what's up, man.
I know.
I just saw you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll love that.
Be really cool.
Man, that's for sure.
Well, this has been fun. Thanks for watching, everyone. And you'll see more from Hernan. Stay tuned because we've got, again, 2 videos that he and I did today. They're entertaining, to say the least.
They're hilarious. They're
entertaining. I think I put on 6 or 7 different hats, a couple different pairs of shoes today, different swag on the jersey. So there's a lot of cool stuff in these.
There's lots to come.
Yep. And Hernan was a big help today, too. So appreciate you, big dog.
Yeah, yes, sir. You know it. You can count on me anytime.
Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace out.